Charles, just coming off of last night, and I know it was a different closing lineup than you used in New Orleans, but some of the same guys. And what did you think about the way you guys were able to close this one out? You had kind of got a quick opportunity to have another one-possession game. What did you like about those final few possessions in particular?
Yeah, I love that our team, I thought that we really dug down defensively. The communication was great. The in-the-game play, was going to sub Musa in because I do think this time of year is just so valuable for our young guys to be in these in-the-game situations and have to feel the pressure of executing defensively, executing offensively at a really high level. So I was going to sub in Musa, and Mark's like, no, I want a red too. And to see him step up in that moment and want to be part of the switching lineup and do it at the end of the game, I thought is huge for his growth and our team's growth. It allows us to have a lot more versatility. And then I thought offensively all night, the execution was there, the ability to trust the pass, 33 assists on 43 made field goals. That's really high level from our group. So I love that we just continue to stick with it and sustain it.
Yeah, I guess to pick up on that, a game like this, you mentioned the younger players trying to, learn how to win. KJ out there on the floor, guys like that. What do they learn in games like this where you actually try to figure out how to win this time of year?
Yeah, no, it's great for KJ and Nick and Tijon. Again, defensively, just the element of how much pace the other team is trying to execute with, how much physicality is there, especially when you're up in a situation, the other team's going to crash the glass relentlessly. And so you got to do a really good job of getting a hit and finishing a possession. You got to defend without fouling and have even more discipline. And so those little things that matter throughout the whole game, but at that point of the game, the stakes are elevated. And so I think it's huge for them to be in that situation. Then offensively, to take a shot in the second quarter with a 5-point lead or down 5 is a lot different than fourth quarter with a minute left. And for Tijon to step up there and knock down those free throws and KJ to drive and get an assist, I think it's huge. And, I love that mixing in Miles with that group is really good too, where I just see him communicating and talking and helping us get into some things. So I thought it was just a great effort by all.
Charles, to piggyback on that to some extent with KJ and Tijon, when you think back to where they started day one, what impresses you the most about how they've grown?
Just their everyday obsession with trying to get better. Those two guys, their spirit is always in a really good place. Their curiosity is always high and asking questions. Their care factor, I think, about their teammates, about their craft, about the game of basketball, shines through in their everyday work. A simple weight room workout, I see them attack that the same way they take attack a film session. And, their attention to detail. So it's no surprise to me how successful they will continue to be in this league because they put in the work. And you're going to get out of this game what you put into it, and they put a lot into it.
And they're using Mark as a facilitator more. You went big tonight, Nurk and Mark on the floor at the same time. How have you enjoyed experimenting as the season has gone on this year?
I've loved it. I think sometimes the assistants think I'm a little crazy. And this isn't like the 1990s where you just play a little smash mouth. But I think it's cool to watch those two guys, high-low pass in, and one's working the dunker, and, Musa's crashing from the dunker, and the other big's able to come up with an offensive rebound because they commit two to him. And so I think it's actually been a positive for us. I would like to see us probably be a little bit better defensively with those two big guys out there, but I'm loving the offensive impact that they have.
Are there any new wrinkles the last month, 2 weeks or so that you've enjoyed that you didn't deploy the first 2 months or 3 months of the season?
Yeah, I think just trying to play around with the two bigs thing has been something good for us. Adding some layers to our running habits, and then I think just what our emphasis has been offensively. Trying to continue to get better in that area with some different guys in the rotation.